Streaming. Lass mal sehen, ob da was ankommt. Hast du notification? Okay. So apparently we are live, and so you're watching?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. So surprise stream. I didn't announce this stream. I'm just here for fun. We have a new printer that came in yesterday, literally yesterday, and I decided to unbox it here because we're gonna do a review video anyways, very soon. And I'm waiting for some people to join the stream. If you're interested, then just join me unboxing this secret printer. It's not literally secret anymore, but probably no one here will know already about this printer. This printer is not on sale yet. And we'll do a little bit of an unboxing, and we're trying to get this thing up and running in the next hour, basically exactly 1 hour. And then hopefully everything works out as expected. So let me see who's there. Mamadou is here from Senegal. Hey. Yeah, this is the new studio. If you've never seen it before, I think we're making videos in the studio since, I think, December, or what? Was it December?
January.
Yeah, January. Okay, yeah. So we started making videos about in January, and yeah, we never streamed from the studio live. And this is basically just a quick and dirty setup just to do the unboxing. As I said, this printer came in yesterday, and I didn't take a look at it yet, but I'm really curious because so far I can tell you normally I don't do so many printer reviews anymore. If you checked out my channel recently, I decided to turn it back a little bit in terms of printer reviews, for the very reason that most of the printers that companies offered me to review in the last year, basically, and I have still a few of those printers in my basement, not unboxed yet. They are not much different, actually. They are not offering any crazy features, but then I got this email, and then I answered. They said, "Hey, we have this new printer. It's coming up. It has lots of exciting features," and I was like, okay, but yeah, tell me, how is this going to be different? Like, there's so many printers out there. Why should I test your printer? And then they sent me the spec sheet. Let me see. There is something you need to change the video resolution, which is not supported by this configuration. The expected video resolution is okay. Shall we scale it down a bit? I have no idea. YouTube is just telling me that the stream is not healthy. Not a problem, I guess. Output, rescale the output.
On my phone it looks fine.
How's the stream quality? Just tell me, because YouTube is giving me a strange error that the current resolution is not working. So I'm trying again. Yeah, YouTube just gave me a very strange error that the stream quality is poor and I cannot stream in 4K for whatever reason. So I decided to scale down. So please tell me if the stream is still working. Probably you don't see a difference because
Working again.
it's working. Okay, so we just had a little interruption. I decided to scale down the output of the stream because of this strange error. And there's a few comments already. Tutum Carmen is here. Hey, welcome. This is just a surprise stream. And yeah, a little bit of a surprise printer. And there was already a comment, the Lightspeed 3D. Is this the Bambu X1? Yeah, probably. You got it right. It's the Bambu Lab X1. Honestly, I'm curious about this printer because it's supposed to be, I don't know if this is the right way to take it out, but hope we can get it out safely. It's quite heavy. Rasmus, kannst du, can you lend me a hand? Just take this box off carefully. So I can pull out this thing. This is pretty huge. There's more stuff in there. Like I think there's filament in the. Let me operate. Let's take it down. In the box there seems to be quite some filament, four spools of filament. We'll have a look at soon. Let's take it out. This looks huge. Can you still hear the audio well? Can you still hear the audio? Someone told me just, Lightspeed said the audio is cutting out now. Just tell me if it's fine. I want you to understand what I'm saying at least. So, where is this supposed to open? Not at the bottom. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, sorry if it's sometimes quite loud because the microphone is pointing at the printer and at my chest, and it's like if we make some noise here, then it can get a little bit loud. So, the Bambu Lab X1. We'll take a closer look in a second. Let's switch over to maybe this view or this here. This is the other side. So just showing you, seems to be a metal case. And it's quite heavy. What? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so from the external, looks quite nice. I can show you front side here. There seems to be a glass door here. It's completely closed. And yeah, so I've seen the spec sheet from this printer and it was supposed to have 25 centimeters in every direction print area and all kinds of features like auto bed leveling. And something that was like that really kicked my interest was the AI features that they announced. So this printer is supposed to have a camera that also recognizes things like print errors, like something that you usually do with a Raspberry Pi. You can use Octoprint and some plugins like the Spaghetti Detective you can use to detect print errors if you have another printer. And they claim that they have built in this kind of feature, so the printer will see spaghetti and stop the print. It's also supposed to see some kind of first layer problems. So I'm curious, like I can't quite believe it yet. So let's see. So is there any kind of manual here? Nothing. So probably we have to open this and find out if there's anything inside that's going to help me set this up correctly. Probably at the top. Let's open it up here. So there's a glass panel here. that can open. I'm not sure if this is this fixed here? No, it's just a little bit of tape. Okay, we can take this off. Seems to be tempered glass. Nice. Not breaking it, hopefully. So let's get rid of all this stuff now. How's everyone doing in the chat? How's everyone doing? Audio's fine. I can see spaghetti. Can it see? If it can see spaghetti, can it see when your dinner is ready? Oh, nice. Nice, nice. I see. So I'll try to unpack everything first. By the way, I'm doing, like, since I started this now, I also committed to test this printer for a while. So I'm gonna do some of the tests that I usually do, printing it for probably 100 hours, printing different things, different speeds, different settings. And there's gonna be some review in a few weeks when we tested this printer thoroughly. I'm not gonna give you my opinions, so to say, today, because I haven't used it before. And we'll see. I hope this is going to work. But I also told them not to send me any beta device. So this is basically the first, one of the first production units that are supposed to be sent out to the first customer. So it's not something that is, at least they claim it's not finished. It should be the final thing. And it looks, I mean, it looks pretty clean. So there seems to be, from a production point of view, from just the visuals, looks pretty nice. You can't see much yet. There's still stuff in here. There is also a kind of a multi-color option that is kind of a multi-spool holder where the printer can change colors, and that's just in here. Still in this inside the printer. I'm curious how I can get it out without breaking anything. It's pretty huge. Probably not able to get it out through the front. This is a little puzzle. Oh my goodness. How is this fixed inside? I mean, I truly don't want to break it. And there is this huge thing inside. I can show it, try to show it to you. This box here, this is kind of a filament holder for, I think, 4 spools. And they stuffed it somehow inside of this printer. And I'm curious how I can get it out. Pulling is not really working. I don't want to break it. It's actually not. Is there any tape? First challenge for me here. Interesting. How did they get this in there? Rasmus, can you take a look? I'm stuck here. Chat, does anyone have an idea how I can get this out? Probably not. I'm glad I caught the stream.
Okay.
Drew. This is not for small people like me. I'm used to the lighter ones like the NO3S1. Yeah. Yeah. It's supposed to print high temperatures. I think in the spec sheet I've read something about 300 degrees. So I'm gonna check out if there is some kind of manual. Like this box here. It's kind of a box inside of the printer. Here's some sheets. Probably the replaceable surface sheets, but There is this weird thing inside and I have no idea how to get it out. Is this stuck somehow?
Yeah. I would just pull it out on top, but it's stuck, I think.
Maybe we'll put it on, we can try to put it on the side, if that helps. I have no idea if this is at all helpful.
Seems to be stuck.
It's somehow stuck, yeah. And I don't see how this is this fixed inside? Let's turn it back. I don't think it makes sense this way. Yeah. So I think we're gonna end the stream here. I have no idea. Maybe attach from below, yeah? That's a good point. What I'm doing, I'm gonna try to figure out if there's any... I mean, they just didn't send me any manual sort of... Not really. Let's check it out. Maybe we can find something. Any kind of manual. But the thing is, if you go to bambulab.com, then there is just an announcement of the printer. I'll show it to you. But there seems to be not any kind of... there seems to be not any manuals available for download. At least that is my impression here. And you see this unit, this thing here, is still stuck in the inside of the printer, and we're trying to get it out. So this thing is supposed to be coming out, but I can't find any manual here. There is no PDF file. There seems to be no downloads here. Let me see. When maybe we're overlooking something. Maybe using. It's absolutely possible that there is some screws in somewhere. And maybe we're just not seeing it. Here we go. There is something there. There is actually 2 holes here. So maybe we need to use a screwdriver and push it in. Let's find some tools. Where's my screwdrivers? So I think I found something. There is 2 holes here. I'm trying to show it to you, but it's hard to do this at the same time. So there, I'm gonna just try to push the screwdriver in. There's no screws. Visually, I'm not seeing any screws, but it seems to be there is at least something that's holding the part. But I'm not sure. If pushing helps. No idea. This is really strange. Okay, I think I figured it out. There's kind of a a hex screw. From the outside you can't really see it because it's just a black screw in a very deep black hole. And it seems that a hex driver can probably turn that screw. Yeah, that's the right one. So let's try it out. What does the chat say? Here we go. Yeah, if anything fails, a hammer could be useful. So I'm showing you what I mean. There is these little two arrows, these red arrows here, they are pointing towards these holes, but there you can't really see what's inside, so you have to look very deep. And there seems to be some hex screws inside, trying to... I think that's gonna work. Hopefully. No idea if these are quite long or if what they are supposed to hold, but I hope it is just, yeah. This is just for transportation. I mean, at least they fixed it, so it's not tumbling around in the inside. So, curious if this is now coming out. It seems so. Good. We figured it out. Okay, well, I'm putting this here. We'll take a look later because this seems to be mounted to the top. Okay, still some packaging to go. So what I'm trying to do, getting this camera a little bit closer. So I can show you this part. So here is the extruder. It is a Core XY, so, and there is also some packaging in here, so some protection. Let's open this up. Okay. So you see the mechanics of the Core XY. Looks nice. Okay, so I'm actually still looking for some kind of manual. I didn't find it yet. There is no. Seems it doesn't look so. So now we have gotten out this plastic part. Let's take a look inside. So yeah, it's pretty dark in there. Let's do some additional. Here we go. You can probably see now. So there is still this plastic part inside where this spool holder system was mounted to. So I probably need to get it out now. Question is how? There's probably also some screws holding it down. At least I can see two arrows down here. Good question. Nope. I'm curious how to get this out. That seems to be fixed also. Probably from the bottom. Let's try that. That's it about unboxing printers that have no manual delivered.
There's a question, is it Bowden or direct drive?
That is supposed to be direct drive. There looks like a Bowden tube here, but that is only for feeding the filament into the direct drive. That's up here in this Core XY setup. So that's just for feeding. Dual gear drive as far as I've seen in the specs. And I actually found out that this whole plastic piece that was holding the feeding mechanism or the spool holder, there is additional screws here at the bottom that hold it down in the box. So I have to remove those screws also. I mean, if you see the arrows and then you figure out what the arrows actually mean, so they are supposed to be pointing towards screws that you have to remove, which is, yeah, if you think about it, it makes sense, but if you don't have a manual telling you this, then it's kind of a trial and error. But yeah, I mean, probably the manual isn't yet written. Yeah, this thing is coming loose. Okay, so this should be done now. Good. What I can see is that the bottom panel here, the whole mechanism is mounted to a plastic bottom, so not everything is metal. The side panels seem to be metal or aluminium. Now this piece is coming out. What next? There's probably still some packaging inside here, some protection foam. I can see at least one piece inside. How can I get it out? Carefully. Good. That looks interesting. This is kind of like a little tunnel here. I have no idea what this is for. Okay, so still doing the removal of anything that has to do with protection and packaging. There was another sticker here. And on the inside, let's have a look. Seems that there is also something inside here. This doesn't look like a manual exactly. Glue stick. Users must use the glue stick to apply adhesive to the build surface before the first print. Otherwise, the print may adhere too strongly to the fresh build plate and could cause damage to the plate when disassembling the model. That's kind of new to me. I was always thinking that glue stick is actually there to keep things sticking stronger, but to protect the surface, that's new. There's still quite a few pieces of foam under the build plate, and I guess that probably have to remove a few more screws. There is a few more red arrows here, and in the back it seems that these 3 screws are holding down the build plate, so it doesn't move during transportation, during shipping. I mean, this is nice. But again, we have to figure it out. Seems so. What does the chat say? Luan says, is there nothing attached underneath that's holding it in place? Yeah, we figured that out already. Then we have people are say they want to print, they want to build printers from individual parts. I can agree. I mean, that's certainly a lot of fun to do a Prusa build or an Ender build. The manual is gonna be under the build plate, yeah, probably. Let's see. Drew was wondering who is gonna release an MMU printer first. It looks like this company has done it, at least. If we can figure out how to run it. I guess that today we're not attaching this MMU thing because I'm happy if I can figure out just today how to just print something on this thing. And I'm absolutely going to do more prints in the upcoming weeks. So I'm just bold and I'm just going to remove all these screws where there's red arrows pointing. At least I'm kind of sure that this is the right thing to do. Yeah. Good. Number 2. And the last one is here in the back. At least I have some serious screwdrivers now. I invested into some nice toolkits now to get some screwdrivers for any purpose, and the good thing is also that they are pretty long, so you can also reach areas where there's not much room, and it's kind of a magnetic removal. I like it. So 3 screws have been removed now. Yeah, this is the removable plate, but there's still foam under here. I'm not sure if we are supposed to touch this or pull this up or something. I mean, I can try to do it manually if I know how to do it. There is 3 lead screws here, one in the back, 2 in the front. So it seems that there is a three motors driving it, or there's I think I saw some kind of gear system underneath, so they are all kind of synchronized. So, no, the manual is not under the build plate. It's not here. It's not here. My theory is still that this thing is not printed yet, so there is no manual yet. Maybe we'll have some. I mean, we can have a look if there's any USB stick here, but this seems to be some kind of spare parts. No USB stick here. So from that point of view, I'm not sure if we are getting anything helpful. Okay, so they put the glue stick also in the box. They mentioned to put this on for the first time printing. Let's have a look. We have another piece here, which is, yeah, there's all these stickers on here now. What is this? Screen installation. Oh, yeah. Actually, I was missing the screen, but this is the touch screen. It comes separately. And there is now we found something. There is a barcode here that's supposed to lead us to a installation manual. So the secret barcode is actually here. So I'm trying to figure out if this is actually working. Page not found. Okay, so there is supposed to be a manual behind this barcode, so to say, but it's still not there. It's not there. So I think we have to figure it out ourselves. We're not very lucky with this. But I think, I mean, from like, it doesn't look too complicated. There is a plug here, there's a cable up here. It looks like it's just supposed to be pushed in. And it clicks in place. So a cable is just clicking in here, there's a socket, and then I can probably just push this in carefully. Not trying to destroy the cable. And that's supposed to be everything that we need to do, I hope. Looks good. So, just double checking, is there anything left in terms of stickers, material that is going to block? My guess is that I will have to bring up the build plate in the software just to get this foam out. I'm just gonna be trying that. So, we'll put in the power plug now to see if this is working. Let's see. If this thing goes up in flames, Rasmus, do we have a fire extinguisher here?
I don't know. Do we?
I think I have one at home, but I didn't bring it here, so I kind of have to. You have some water bottles, at least.
Yes, I have water.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure that. Okay. Colin has got. He's getting his first printer today. Colin, if you what kind of printer are you getting?
Ender 3v2.
Ender 3v2. I see. Yeah, I wish you a lot of fun with Ender 3v2 because it's a nice printer, and there's, I mean, out of the box it's working quite fine, and if you do some little upgrades here and there, just some 3D printed things, it's probably even better then. So let's try to figure out how this thing works. Boldly turning it on now. And no, the screen is a little too bright for you to see it. I guess you can't see what's on the screen. I'm gonna bring down the exposure a bit. No, I think it's better now. Select the language. Yeah, English and something that I cannot read, probably Chinese. Next. My networks. Okay. Connect the network. Okay, I need to figure out which one is our network. It's probably this one. I'm not going to expose the pin to you. I'm just entering our network pin here. And then you can see the screen again. Okay, can I see anything on the screen? Okay, there we go. And Is it working? Connected? Okay. Good. So, the next thing that I see here is that the printer tells us to scan a code to log in into the printer. On the Bambu Creator app, home screen, tap device, scan, and scan the QR code. I'm curious if this app actually exists. Like, since there's no menu, we probably have to find out now. The Bambu Creator app. Creator. Bambu. No. At least I don't find it in the store. So I'm gonna check out the homepage. So there is, I think there is nothing here on the homepage that we can use. I don't see a download here. Blah, blah, blah. Chapter, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Spaghetti detection, yes. Stay in the loop. Wherever you go, warnings are pushed to your mobile phone and you can access the video feed from anywhere. That is nice, but there is no app. At least not in the Apple Store. Not really. Okay, unfortunately no app. I'm trying again. Maybe I mistyped it. Or is this barcode maybe leading to an app? Let me see. Probably not. Nope. It's not. It's just page not found. So no luck here. No app yet. But I think this is going to come. Well, I mean, we'll have the printer for a while now, so we can try this out. Another one with that expensive printer. Actually, if you have an idea how much this printer costs, then please tell me, because I have no idea what they are charging for this printer. They didn't even tell me the price of the printer, but I can guess that the price is probably somewhat under $1,000. But with like, considering that there is a multi-material unit that is probably an option. Maybe with these with the multicolor option is probably over 1,000. I have no idea, honestly. If anyone else has an idea, then you can mention that in the chat if you have any claim where you get this number from. I don't have it. Good. The springs on the bed are the first thing you should upgrade. The firmware. Is this going to be a Kickstarter? It seems to be. It seems to be, but like with Kickstarters, I have my own opinions. I'm telling you that. I mean, the Kickstarter might be probably get a discount, but the question is, do you want to wait? Probably want to wait for the final product, or I mean, this is supposed to be the final product, but I'm not recommending anything to anyone here. I had my own experiences with Kickstarters. Most of them were positive, but some of them failed. So Creality failed with their own Kickstarter now. I backed the 3D scan lizard, and the money is like is at Kickstarter. Kickstarter didn't send the money to Creality, and Creality is now trying to get the money back to everyone because they seem not to be able to deliver the product. So maybe we have luck there, but that's how Kickstarter sometimes can be risky. I'd say. $6.99 to $9.99. I didn't see the price honestly, but yeah, I mean for this printer, how it looks today, that could be reasonable. So since we don't have the application to do anything on the mobile phone, we will just skip this step for later. Terms and conditions. We request your help to improve everyone's printing. What do they want? Okay, they want to make us part of their AI training. So that means they want to get our data and to improve the product. They write something like Tesla does it like that with their autopilot, I guess. I'm gonna be friendly here to join this program. So the printer needs to be calibrated for the current environment. Please unlock the hotbed before the calibration. Unlock the hotbed. Yes, we removed these 3 screws. It shows us these 3 points exactly here, here, and here. So I should be fine actually. Yeah, 3Dom Scarp says Creality running Kickstarters were an absolute shame. Yeah, I think how many Kickstarters did I do for 3D printers? I think I Kickstarted 2 3D printers. One was the belt printer from Creality, and the second one was the CR6 SE, I guess. Yeah, and both were kind of okay. You could get them later for the same price, so there wasn't I mean, the discount that they announced on the Kickstarter was actually later. You could get the printer for the very same price. So I don't see that you're like getting so much in terms of discounts. Okay, let's see. Calibration. I'm pretty sure that I can start this. Okay, let's hit this button. I see. We can get this out now. That's what I was waiting for. Probably I should put this. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea, but I forgot to put this plate back on, but I think it's still okay. Still not on there quite correctly. Now it fits. Okay, what is it doing? It's doing kind of a homing procedure now. It's bringing the plate up, and I guess there is some sensors here nearby the tool head which are measuring the distance that's supposed to be near the tool head. We can try to bring the camera a little bit lower. Guess we need a little more exposure. So that sounds interesting. It's vibrating like crazy now. Sounds a little bit like it's about to explode now. It's crazy. No, I think it's doing different print speeds and measuring the vibrations for some reason, probably to figure out how much it's vibrating and what's happening. I have no idea. Never seen this on a printer before. At least it says it is 100% almost done with the calibration, but still doing some noise. Oh my goodness, this sounds so scary.
Should I get the water ready?
Get the water bottle ready. Oh my goodness. Okay. Is it done? It went into the corner, so let's look. Let's look at this again. I'll try to bring it a bit closer, so we can have a look when it starts printing. When we start the first thing. From here. Good. So next up, calibration is completed. Next step, start to print, initializing complete. We have no material in yet, so I guess we need to feed in some filament. So here at the back side, there is the filament feeder. I don't see a spool holder, but there seems to be something that can be clipped in or screwed. I have no idea. I mean, where could it be mounted? We can take a look at the back, so you can see also what I'm doing. This is where the filament feeds in. I guess this is the filament sensor. There is a cable here, or is it 2 cables? Yeah, I think it's 2 cables, and probably these 2 cables are going to be used for this feeding unit. I'm not sure if I need to use this feeding unit because there seems to be some kind of filament spool holder. I have still no idea where this is supposed to go. Let's just imagine that we can also just feed the filament in here. I don't see any mounting holes for this. I mean, there needs to be somewhere here, but it really doesn't make any other sense to me. And there's 2 screw holes here in this part, but I don't see any place to fix this. What this is, I have no idea. It seems a bit like this is some kind of filament disposal tunnel where the printhead is just right over this now. It's placed over this opening here, and there's a little opening inside also where the tool head is now. I think it's probably gonna dispose some filament that is coming out of the nozzle before the print starts. It's probably gonna fall out here, but No place to mount my filament spool. Then we'll take some filament. I mean, I have some PLA here, doesn't really matter. We'll try it out. We'll see what happens. We will have to figure out a way how to feed it, but I think we can manage that. So, pushing in the filament, and I mean, we have to do this because there's a motor here, right? There's no extruder here. This is just probably just a sensor that is, and there is some interesting mechanism here. I can imagine that this is also detecting jams, because there is a spring here that is moving when I move the filament, and it's probably able to detect movement of the filament. Just guessing. So pushing the filament to the extruder. Where is the end? Are we already there? So now it's probably at the motor. Let's see. So I hope you can still read the manual or read the display. We'll try to figure out how to feed the filament. What does the chat say? Donald says, are you sure all the packaging materials have been removed? That doesn't seem normal. Yes, I'm pretty sure, and I think that's part of the calibration that was just done. It's crazy. Tuatin Carmen says, I've just been grabbing a coffee. Did I miss the discovery of the manual? No. What you missed is that there is, on the backside of this display, there is a little barcode, a QR code, but it is leading to a 404 page not found error, but it's probably supposed to be pointing to the manual in the future. I don't think it's productive to make blanket statements like that about reality. Yeah, there is always room for improvement. On the right side, is there a place for mounting? I don't see the name, but who's trying to tell us something? But on the right side, where is the right side? First of all, where is the right side of the printer? Is there anything on this side? No. Is there any holes? No. I was just looking around the printer, so whoever that posted with the Chinese name, I don't see any place, honestly, where I could fix this part for the filament. And also on this side here, on this, on the right side, if you would call this the right side, there is no holes, so not sure. But I think we can still print something. Just in the setup, we can I can figure out how to use the multi-material in the next testing session. So what's next for changing the filament? We're gonna see. Movement, calibration, we did that. Whatever AMS is, it's not, I can't touch it. It's probably not enabled. Here's some print files. Let me see if I can you read this? Is it sharp? Somewhat, a little bit over. Here we go, I think it's better now. So there are some example print files here. I mean, it's really hard to see but the screen is actually pretty nice. Trying to show it to you. Yeah, that looks much better now. So you can see on the screen, there are some example print files here. Just from the visuals, this looks really nice. We have no SD card, no. And this isn't working. Network is done, so What can we do? Heatbed homing fail. It might be some soft stuff was on the heatbed. That might be because I kind of misplaced the heat surface in the first place. We can try to do it one more time if it doesn't work. But where is some kind of filament loading function? Is this the button here? I have no idea. Unload. Okay, something happening now. Let's see. So the question was, what is the enclosure made of? So the enclosure of this printer is on the outside. These are metal sheets, so it's probably aluminum. Also on the back, that seems to be, I think that's just normal piece of metal, but it's steel or something. This seems to be aluminum here on the side. There's a glass panel for covering the top. So we can close it like this. And then it's pretty much shut. Here's a glass panel or glass door. And the bottom part is plastic. So like where the printer is basically mounted on is a plastic part where there's some mechanics. But it seems to be a lot of metal, a good mix of materials, at least from what I see. So I've just tried to unload filament. So I've said, please unload filament. The question is, can I load filament from here? The temperatures, so is there any function? Okay, that seems to be like moving the extruder. My question is, do I have to do anything to load filament? Is there any automated filament loading? That is a very good question. It seems not. Device self-test, yeah. I mean, we didn't mount this unit yet, so I'm curious if I have to have this unit mounted, but I think not. I'm not supposed to have it. On this side we have probably if we can just manually set the temperature. Let's set it to 215. So it's heated up now. Let me show you the screen one more time here. So what I can try now is to like feed the filament in into the extruder, and then I'm trying to, yeah, it seems to be already in the extruder. I can see that the filament is moving. So we can probably just try to print something now. Filament is in. I'm gonna risk it. Let's print a benchy. Okay, let's do everything. Also leave it open. It says heat bed homing failed. It might be some soft stuff was on the heat bed. Good question. What soft stuff? I hope this is not failing. Oh my goodness, this was fast. So, I'm curious, can you see what's happening? Let me take the camera and show it to you. So maybe let's close the lid. It's a little less loud now, hopefully a little bit less noisy. And it's still doing the auto bed leveling. Okay, so what does it do? Oh, we forgot something. Let me stop this. Because I think I remember in the beginning there was something mentioned like, please do put a little glue stick on the surface before you start using this printer to not damage the print surface. And let's just do that. I mean, this is probably enough, but I don't know how large this calibration print is going to be. Let me just do this on the whole surface. It doesn't matter anyways. Good. So the surface seems to be some kind of plastic sheet. There's spare sheets here that you can replace. So it's probably plastic or some kind of adhesive material, but in the manual or in the printer display it says if you're using this for the first time, put some glue stick on this to not damage it, because it's going to stick so well that it's going to be damaged. So I guess that's, I never heard this before, but I can confirm that these kind of plastic sheets, they are sticking quite well, and sometimes you're really damaging them. So maybe that's totally fine. So let's try this one more time. And it's actually cleaning the nozzle. That's what's like. I've guessed that this outlet here at the back side, this tunnel is for cleaning the nozzle, and it's actually saying in the menu cleaning the nozzle tip, and the rest falling out here. All kinds of features that I've never seen before, honestly. So, what are you up for now in the chat? I'm not sure if this printer needs any calibration. I hope not. Gonna turn down the volume of this monster a bit. It's pretty loud. So it's doing a calibration now. Seems so. And if you look close, you can see it vibrating a little bit. And the higher the frequency gets, the less you will see. That was a quick move. Now it's doing the auto bed leveling. We still don't know if it's working. But so far it's nothing has broken yet, so I still have some hope. Yeah. I'm currently printing PLA, or I'm trying to print PLA, which is hopefully sticking well enough to the surface. And we are trying also other materials, not today, but in an upcoming video or stream. Probably since I don't have too much time now left, I will continue with another stream very soon. I'll do a little announcement when this will be, but I have unfortunately not much time left today. But I'm happy that we have it going now, that we can probably see some of the first layers printing, at least. Yeah, so here you can see that's the place where the filament comes out when the nozzle is cleaned. I think that's a pretty nice idea to have it there, to have this function at all. So, supposed to start his first few layers now. So the adhesion isn't the best. I don't know if you can see it, but the adhesion here in the left corner isn't so good. So I'm curious what it's gonna do. What is it doing? Stuff doesn't stick too well currently. I don't know why. Probably it has to calibrate first and figure out what is the right distance. And maybe I have to do the calibration. Oh, my filament spool just fell over because of the lack of a spool holder. What is happening here? Yeah, maybe I made a mistake in the beginning when I turned it on and did the first calibration. I didn't have the build plate on, and I put it on midway during the process. Maybe that's the reason. But anyways, we'll try this one more time. Next time, I'll tell you. I think it's not going to be successfully printing, at least, because now it looks like there's stuff flying around on the build plate. But let's see. It's starting to print. I'm curious if this is going to stick. At least it starts printing the Banshee now. Yeah, I mean the loudness is a little bit over-exaggerated because we have super sensitive microphones here in the studio. So that's just my talking microphone, and that's 50 centimeters away. I'm just turned off the huge microphone, which is super sensitive. So, but it's not exactly quiet. But I have the door open of that printer. So if we would close the door, which we can't for filming, it's probably a little bit less noisy. But if you want, then I can do a noise comparison to other printers. We have a calibrated noise measuring device for that purpose. Printing speeds is supposed to be 500 millimeter per second. That's pretty fast. At least from what I can see from here, it's none of my printers so far have ever printed that fast. It's actually too fast for the camera. The camera is at 50 frames per second, and it's still like blurry sometimes. The whole table is shaking while this print is happening. Well, it's going pretty fast, I would say. You can see the table shaking. The microphone also. Oh no! Huge failure. Okay. Oh my goodness. So a benchy came off the build plate. So you see, printing fast is. Yes, I want to cancel. So we managed to print, I'd say, 1/3 of a benchy. And what I will do to fix this, hopefully, is I'm going to do another calibration next time. We'll do a follow-up video on this very soon. So far, I mean, if the stuff sticks on a print bed, then this is looking pretty fast. From just the quality of the print, we can take a look and try to figure out at least the first few layers. They don't look too bad, actually. So, I mean, that's just guessing the quality, but next time we'll probably figure out to make it stick better, hopefully. I don't know. I will just repeat the calibration and then do some more testing, and then we'll do a follow-up stream printing different materials. So I want to try out PLA, of course. I want to try out PETG. We have ASA here, ABS maybe. I mean, this is literally the same. ASA is actually the next best material. And then since this is the carbon version, I find some material that is also printing at higher temperatures, so we can try that out. Also, I'm looking forward to that. So, thank you for joining so far. What I will do is I'll announce the follow-up stream date and time because I have to leave now and continue my work. And then we'll see next time we'll meet here and hopefully get some more results of this printer. So far, it's looking okay. Quality-wise, I think this is a nice thing. The question is, can it print and reliable? Can it print reliable? Are things sticking to the build plate when this is calibrated correctly? Because otherwise, printing fast doesn't really help you. If things don't stick, then we have a huge issue anyways. And for me, the most important thing on a printer isn't exactly the speed. It is more the reliability and long-term durability when I print hundreds, thousands of hours, things that need to be printed. Good. Okay, then I'm ending it here. Thanks for joining. See you next time.